Hello, this is Uni, and today we are going to look at Quixel Suite 2. What this is, it is basically a big plugin for Photoshop, which enables you to do great stuff like this. Of course, you need to make the model first before you can actually make this kind of stuff and know the basics of modeling. And also you need to know basics of the Photoshop, because it really relies on your Photoshop skills and stuff like that. So what I'm not going to show you is how to do these kind of effects like this here, or this letter here, or this, maybe this, but I'm going to show you a Homeworld remastered thing, so you can get the basics idea that how you can make a Homeworld textures or Homeworld zip in a Quixel. And I'm gonna show you also how I do my. So that being said, let's get started. Let's open our Blender here, and I have my zip already here. Here's the zip itself. It's really crappy zip, but that should be fine. We are not doing anything special today. We are just learning the software. So yeah, here's my UVs. This will be fine. And yeah, before you start bringing your stuff into Quixel, like this model here, you need to make sure that you have it triangulated like this is already. So let's just export this model out. Yeah, it's already there because I have done this many times, but I always fucking fail on the speech things. So we choose selection only, smooth groups, apply modifiers, everything, bright normals, include UVs, bright materials, triangulate faces even though they are already triangulated. Yeah, that should be fine. Export it. Now you don't really need to use Blender anymore. You can just close this thing, or you could, if you want. You could use, if you want, you can always take the UVs and export them out. So UVs, you have the UV window. You take your UV tab here, export UV layout, and we are going to make a 1K texture. So that will be fine. Let's rename it to something else. UV export 1. We may need it. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's fine. It's just little thing. Thank you. And now we are going to use. Now we are going to launch Quixel. So what we are going to do first is normals, because that's what I do first, and that's part of my workflow, how I do things and stuff. So let's start. We take this NDO tab here, and it brings up us this new tab here, and you just, there's stuff we don't really need to care about that. We just want to make a new project. So here we can load our mesh from here, this here, you see it here. So let's load up our tutzip obj file, and you can take obj dae even. I'm not really sure about this. If you can take dae, yeah, whatever, 3D as fbx m3D as blend file, even blend file. Well, that's nice. So, and then we are going to save it into let's see, where is my motherfucking model folder? Oh, there it is. Tutzip Quixel. I'm just fucking blind. Alright, textures, normal, cube, normal, and let's make a new one. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah. So our texture is 1K. That's right. 16 bits per channel. Yeah. That's fine. Also, let's create it. And here we go. Now we can start doing stuff. So, what I'm gonna show you first is the basic stuff, like just making rectangles and turning them into normals. Once you have made it, you have this button here, which really just turns it to the normals, like you see here, and it is new layer here. You don't need to touch this stuff here though. You don't really need to even care about this stuff. Just make sure it's not, if you have 200 layers of normals, just make sure you're renaming this to like something else, not just rectangles. Like shape something. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, then we can choose it from here, and yeah, go here, it automatically takes the layer. And here we have many options to do stuff: size, depth, contrast, opacity, softness, fall off, anti-alias, G-factor, plane fill. They are pretty good. I really don't use them much, but the one I use is the size and contrast and opacity. Sorry, my English fucks me up. Yeah. Then you have shapes. I use the smooth all the time. Almost. I never really use these two. They make shapes even sharper, which is good sometimes, and usually it's not. For me, this is enough good for the stuff what I do. But that's your choice to do. And you can really make this stuff big if you want. You can even, if this is not enough, I think you can make it even larger like this. Then take this. No. 64 is, it seems to be a max. But that's fine, I really don't never need 64 anyways. Yeah, then you have bevels. Let's see, let's go closer and see what these things do. So you have inner bevel, which basically is the inner bevel. Then you have outer bevel, emboss, groove, let's turn up the contrast a bit, stroke inner, stroke outer, and stroke emboss. And then you can choose if the normal is facing upwards or downwards. It's a little bit difference. And then you have curve, and I usually use the linear curve because reasons. I like it. I don't really need this stuff here, like who the fuck would use this? I don't know. But it's there, and that's fine by me. Steps, Gaussian, it's like a bit smoother. Log, I really need only this one for now. Then we have overlay settings. Yeah, they are what they are. They are like layer styles or layer opacity things in Photoshop. So let's make another shape. This could be overlay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's make another shape here. Like this. As you can see, this shape is going through, even though this shape is higher than this. It's because this shape, which we have now, is not normal. And now you can see. You can do this kind of stuff if you want. Like normal. You can really just pile up normals if you want. Normal, normal, normal. And this is really great. You don't have to erase the another layer down below it. Or if you don't like this, you can always make overlay and it makes this thing. So yeah. And then we have this sculpt mode here. So it's this button here, this little button. We choose it. And now we can do sculpting, which is like this. And you can take your brush here, let's say we want this, and you can do stuff like this. And that's really great. I like it. Let's take something like this. Make it bigger. Ta-da. Yeah, that's sculpting, or the sculpt mode. Right. Now we can quit. We press the button again. And yeah. So let's delete that layer. And you don't really need to care about this stuff or this. You can just leave them. Basically what this is, it's the background. And this is like the color thing. But just don't touch them. Let them be. So next thing. Multi-normal. This is the great stuff, which I like. I think we can just delete all of these layers and make a new multi-normal. What this is basically, it's a thing. Oh, yeah, we can take this for example. Let me just take my brush here Oh, oh wait, I don't really need. Yeah, you can do stuff here like sculpting and stuff, and yeah, it's great. That's basically the same thing as sculpting mode. Or you can go into NDO painter mode, which lets you paint on your ship. So here we can choose our brush, spacing 1, let's take that, and you can change the size of your brush in here also if you want. So let's make a couple nice normals here, and if you want you can choose the performance, undo, which I recommend because people always do something wrong and then they want to undo. And here we have a line, make stuff like this. And then we press shift space. Now we have some new normals here. And we can also change the camera, orthographic or perspective camera. Now it's perspective, now it's orthographic. So we can make like straight lines and stuff, which is nice. Yeah. Like this way. And if you don't want to see the colors, you can press the N button. And you can see it without those normal colors. So there's your paint through thin geometry, which I don't really use that much. It really just fucks up my models. Then we can use fix seams, like let's try this thing. We make some normals here, and then you have this line here going through. We press fix seams 3 times and it fixes. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was before. And we can always delete these lines like using eraser, which is here, and the E is the shortcut for the eraser, and for the brush B is the shortcut. So E and B. B for brush, E for the eraser. Yeah, pretty simple stuff, and that's how it should be. Yeah, let's make a cockpit here. This is not mirrored. I think if we choose symmetry we can maybe. No. I have never tried this before, but let's try it. So x-axis. Holy fuck, it actually works. Ah, that's cool. So we can use that. Make some normals. Maybe make nice windows here. Like this way. So yeah, let's just make some normals here. And this is the main tool which I usually use to make my panels and stuff and lines. Oh, you can actually see the red thing, which is like the mirror. That's cool. I like it. Usually my models are always mirrored anyway, so or the UVs are mirrored, so I don't really need to use this stuff. But if they're not, well, this is very useful. Let's fix some seams. Yeah. Let's make a couple more details here. And if you want to make a deeper dent or stuff, you can just paint these specific sections of your ship with this brush. Like that way, and now you have nice dent there, or slant. Like these windows also, we could do the same thing. Come on, work. Yeah. And by the way, I'm sorry if you can't understand everything what I say. My English is kinda shitty, especially when I'm talking about it. So my workflow is something like this. I just make normals and I try to think about like what I want to be, for example, what I want to be here, what I want to be, what I want into closer to the cockpit, like here maybe. Does it need a normals and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave this section open, or let's make something. Why not? Right. remember this is only 1K texture, so there's going to be these things, this soft tooth line or whatever you wanna call it. And that's why I try to keep my UVs usually aligned vertically or horizontally, so I don't get those lines. Of course, when you're doing with organic models and stuff, it's gonna happen anyway, so. But stuff like hard surface, yeah, you can try to do it like this. Dun, dun, dun. Let's make a detail here. The controls are pretty simple after you get it. Shift and space refreshes the thing, this view, and yeah, I have told you this before, I think. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Such a beautiful model right here. And we can also try some settings here. If you wanna make have a different post-process settings or different HDRI background, I think. This stuff. Usually what I do is when I'm painting these normals, I'm gonna put this light intensity to 0. I'm gonna use headlight because then I get I can like look down on ships and it's not just dark. Like if you only use these, you have this side is darker and this side is brighter, and sometimes it's really annoying. So headlight, and you have all your sides the same light intensity. Yeah, then you have your post-process settings, sci-fi lighting, something like this, Unreal Engine 4, or yeah, 4. This is where I usually take my renders or make my renders. You can render it here. Render touch it. Yeah, that's right. You can choose your white and height. Then you have PBR shading here, turntable if you need, light spin. You can see the light spinning. And turntable also, you can put your model in a position. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Solid backdrop is this. So it overrides this backdrop. FEO, FOV, yeah. sometimes it's hard to pronounce those things for me, so I might say it multiple times. There's many options in post-processing things. Post-processing things like shadows, intensity. You can do some crazy stuff with it if you want. Sharpness, post-pass sharpness, depth of field, all that good stuff. Lens flaring if you want. I personally don't use it. I have a couple of my own settings here which you can do. You can, like, if you take one preset like this one, let's take that red thing away. So you have this Unreal Engine 4, and then you modify these stats here or sliders, and then you save it here, like enter preset name. You make something like that. I don't really want to do anything. I made, well, I could do tut and create. Now it's there. You can see tut, and it's basically the same thing as Unreal 4 preset, because I didn't change anything, but you can change even after you're done. So you can take, like, shadows off, optical vignetting off, that off, and save it. Now it's different. So this is the Unreal Engine 4 preset, and this is mine. There's some difference, so that's cool. So let's go to the next step, and it will be NDO. Oh, no, sorry, DDO. So what do you want to do before exporting your stuff into DDO? Well, first of all, you wanna get out of this window. I just drag to my another window or monitor and exit NDO painter mode. And now it's saved, or it's there. So, and if you wanna continue, you need to select this paint layer here. This is very important. I'm not really sure if they have fixed it, so you can just choose normal group here and select this. But I do it this way. I select the paint layer mask and go to the painter mode. And here we are again. But yeah. What do you wanna do next? Well, we got this done. Let's rename this thing. Or let's just say panels down. Because the slant is down. So it makes sense, huh? And then we take our normal and we start using this. So you choose this button here and use the map converter. So we take this, and here you can do you choose your normal, and you can do height, hard surface of all this thing here. But we only want to take our AO, because that's all what we need. Or we could make cavity also, but I do it this way anyways. And we take 16-bit and active dock, which is this here, which is selected now. So press that and it does some things, and now we can edit our shadows for the normals and for the model itself, I think. I might be wrong on some things, but yeah, I think this does not make shadows for the model, but that's fine. So we can make only fine shadows show up, so it's these little shadows. Then there's large shadows, which is this kind of stuff, like bigger shadows. What I like to do is I take the large shadows as big as they are, like this. This is something what I usually do. Of course it depends, so I might just go, yeah, max everything out and say it's done. As you can see, it made a new document, sorry, and you have cube AOBSD here, so you can save this as separate file. Save. Oh, before you actually save, take this white off, because that's just a background color, and I'm not really sure about even if you choose this and it's on and you save it as PSD file, that if you have AO in your model, does it take this white also or not? But I want my AO only, and I want to make sure it's only the AO and not the white stuff, white background stuff. So I choose this off and then I save it. Cube AO. Let's save. Yes. And we are done. We don't need this anymore. And after that, we go to the 3DO weave again. And we wanna make curvature map out of this thing. You can see I think there's now AO actually. Yeah, there's definitely something else here. You can choose the import button, and you can slide these things. You have specularity, gloss, aka reflection, normals. So now you don't see the normals at all, you only see the AO, I think. Oh, I think the AO actually got merged with the albedo, maybe. I don't know. As I told you, I'm not pro in this stuff, but I know the basics of this, and that's why I'm telling you about this thing. But yeah, this is just an important import thing, so you can like re-import your mesh if you done something fixes, or you found a error and you wanna fix it in a modeling software, then you can export your new mesh here, like here, and choose it and start doing stuff again. And you can choose your albedo, whatever maps here if you want. I think it will be for rendering purposes maybe, or if you have like pre-baked albedo or diffuse map, you can choose it and have it here, something. But we wanna now look at the baking. So what we wanna do is the curvature testing, curvature map, which defines your edge effects or edge weathering effects. So what I usually do, I just like these sliders, so I think it's good. And you can only take edge or edge like the highlights, or you can only take the cavity, which is like a, well, I don't know how to tell you about this, but it's like a deeper stuff. But I usually take the both. And I put my padding to 0. I don't know really what this does, but it has something to do something with something, and with that being 0, this works pretty well for me. Maybe it has something to do with the seams. I don't really know, but that's what it could be. And this is our map, how it's going to look. Then we save it. Quixel normal, I'm just looking if this is right. Cube normal PSD peaks. Yeah, that should be about right. This is one thing what I hate about this thing, or one of my, I wanna move this thing out of there now, yeah. And let's save our bake. And it opened it as a new window. Where is the bake? That's cool. I like it. So now we can get out of this thing and go back to the, we can basically, we are still going to need 3DO, but we don't need NDO anymore. So we can close it. And we can start our DDO. And we should close this also, but yeah. Okay, I did something wrong here. Let's exit. No. Yeah. Let's save our normal. Yep. And let's close this one too. Close. And close. So we open our DDU, and now there is the stuff. It's similar to the NDO, but there's more things what you can bring. So our resolution, it should be 1K, and we wanna take our maps. Oh wait, first we take our mesh. So tutZip, obj, and there's only one mesh, that's fine. Then normal, textures, this one, cube normal, then AO, cube AO, then curvature, yeah, bakes, and it does something with these, I don't know, object space normal and position gradient. I don't think we need those, but yeah, they can be there. I don't really mind. Then we can bring our pre-baked diffuse map, which is this albedo, pre-baked albedo, and all the specularity, metalness, glossiness, emissive opacity, or whatever you want. As I'm doing this for Homeworld 2 remastered game, I choose my export target is UDK. So there's albedo, specular, gloss and normal. Gloss is basically the reflection map. So yeah, I choose UDK and I don't have ID presets on this one. I haven't tried it yet and I don't think I need to use them yet. But anyways, that's what we want. And let's save it, or where we save our projects. So we have this. I think I just make new folder and call it DDU. Alright, so now it's there, DDU, and we create this stuff. Great, and now it starts to do things. Yes. So let's get started. And yeah, there's not much now, but you can see there's different layers here, or documents. There's specular, glossiness and normal, and don't touch this stuff here, just don't. And mask, you can see ton of stuff here. Don't touch, don't touch, just let them be. Yeah. Okay, so we take our albedo, or you could call it diffuse also. It's basically the same thing. Well, it's not, but almost. So what we are going to do now, we are going to open our 3D view again. Here we have our ships. Yeah, we don't, well, we can just bring it here. Maybe take some post-process settings. Let's take the, I have my HV lighting, which I like, and let it be there. Like that. And now what we are going to do, well, we can bring our materials. So I have couple smart materials which I made by myself for Homeworld. I could use those, or we could make some crazy stuff, but anyways, let's add a smart material. And this material is going to be our base for this ship. So let's see what we have here. Let's take metal stuff. Here you can see the preview, what is going to happen if you take this material. There's metal plate material, really cool. Stainless steel, shiny brass steel. I'm gonna test one thing here. Let's take military one. Let's take a tank armor winter. Yeah, let's take this one. It has 8 materials, so it's pretty intensive. And here we can see the effect results. Yay. And if you think this is not what it looks like in the preview window, when you are selecting those materials, there might be like paint. There's always something which you can tweak here. Dirt. There's for these things the scale. You can change it. But we don't wanna take this one. What I wanna show you is how to make the base for the, or how do I do the stuff for Homeworld Remastered. So let's add a smart material again. I have my custom materials here. This is my base material. And Homeworld effects. This is the edge effects for the edges and stuff. So we take our base material. Here you can see it's already coming to effect. And then we have this here. It's base detail. And it's like own folder. Like in Photoshop you have folders and stuff, you have layers. It's pretty much the same thing here. So I have 2 textures here. One is metal base 4, one is metal base 1. And you can edit these textures by sliding these things here. Like you see. Texture intensity. So yeah, I'm using 2 textures for the base detail. Yeah, that's looking good. I think that's fine. So that's my base detail. Then we take another. Oh wait, before we do anything, when you bring your materials here, you have also these 3 or 4 here. This is albedo. So you see the albedo here, like you see it here, albedo. And if you choose, let's say, specular, it switches to the specularity layer in Photoshop. And this is basically your specular texture here. This thing here. And if you want, you can always edit those. Like you go here, you may think I wanna do like a Homeworld style specular effects. So you take this, you choose your values if you like. Let's take this one, is nice. And for this one, let's take this one. And you can always tweak those values if you want. So this is my specular now, and there's gloss also, but it's black because I don't really need black gloss or anything very shiny on my metal based texture. And yeah, let's bring my effects. Sorry. uh, yeah, that's smart material. Let's take custom again, and I take my Homeworld effects 2. It's like the updated version of this one. Creative 5 materials. It's gonna do this a while. And here we have some effects or edge effects, like you can see. And it's really starting to show some nice things. Let's take this one off. Let's take a headlight. You can see some of the things underneath effects, like the little dents here. Some edge weathering effects here and here. So anyways, that's those. Those are mine custom made, or I took the effects from other smart materials and I deleted the parts which I didn't like, and I took those parts which I liked, and then I did couple of my own. So here we have a base detail, and like in Photoshop you have these layers. If you bring this up, you see the edge effects disappear mostly, because of how the layers work in Photoshop. It's the same thing here. So you wanna make sure the base detail is the lowest one. And then we make a new thing. Add clean layer. We start making these theme colors. So this is your, let's say this is your theme color, not the stripe, the theme color. We wanna make a new folder for this. So you choose this and you press this button, group selected. And now you rename this to theme colors, for example, like this. And you can duplicate this. Now we take this one. This is our theme color. Oh wait, actually this one goes up. Please go. Oh, never mind. And this is our oh fuck's sake. What did I do? Can I rename it? Okay, well, this is strange. I think I can still name it, but I don't know how, because there's really no selection box or anything. But anyways, let's do it again. Duplicate. Yeah. And this is our stripe. and stripe always goes up in the colors. As you know, in Homeworld the stripe is always up, and even if you whatever. Okay, now what we wanna do is start doing stripe. So we take this one off. Dim color is now offline, so it doesn't show it at all. And if we wanna paint our stripes here, we click this one, edit Dynamask. This is the middle one of this tree, and here we can choose its color. I take white, and it's gonna make everything white because our Dynamask is not complete yet, and it's covering all of our texture, like you can see here. The white area is where the white color is, and the black area is where there is no color. Yeah, so now you can start painting on this thing. First of all, I wanna take black, so there's no color at all. Like I said, black is the thing where there is no color, and the white is where there is color. That's the magic of the mask maps. Yeah. So now we can start painting. So I may wanna do, oh wait, I need to do this. Let's take a top view, and let's take this off, symmetry on, x-axis, like this way, and whoa, what the fuck. Okay, this is not working. Not like it's supposed to be. Well, we can always erase everything. Okay, now it's working. Oh, what the fuck was that then? So let's take our performance tab. Let's take undo. I take 30. Autofix seems I really don't wanna take that one. It sometimes fucks my normals, really, when I'm doing the normals. Yeah, there's something wrong with this. I don't know what it is. Okay, well, we are not going to use symmetry this time. We are going to make some stripes. Okay. These are not similar, but that doesn't matter now. Like, here we have some epic stripes. Very symmetric and all that stuff. Yeah, I like it. Then let's make some stripes down here. Like this way. Yeah, these are just awesome. Awesome stripes. Holy fuck. Yeah. Now that we have some stripes, we can accept this mask, and it's done. I think you can export this mask if you want to. Let's choose it again. You can see the thing changed here. Let's try it again. And yeah, there's export mask. And that can be used if you're modding or doing stuff with the Homeworld. I think you can just save these as TGA files for the alphas or the textures. So you can take this and name it like a theme color or stripe, whatever, and you can export it this way. And if it's not going to be a alpha straight away, you can do it in Photoshop later on. So it's on the alpha channel. Anyways, this is done except the mask. Then we go to the theme colors. So we take our, I like to have this on very bright red or very dark color, because then I can see where the theme color is and where it's not. So here we have our theme colors, and we start editing those also, because we wanna some areas where there is no theme color, like this cockpit area. So here we go again. Start doing it like this way. And we are soon ready. This is just an example, so I don't really wanna be here so long. Okay, what we could do, we could also clean these lines by using mask. What we have here, like edges, like this way, and then we invert the mask. Now you don't have that much color in here in the edges, but you still need to erase it by using brush or editing it actually in Photoshop if you want. Sometimes you need to use the Photoshop to erase some things, because you can't, if you have something behind something, you can't really paint there, so you need to do it on Photoshop. So this is done. Okay. So that's my theme colors. Now we go backwards, and then we make a new clean layer. And this is going to be our base colors. So we group this and we rename it base colors. Yeah, and then we go into folder itself, and this is going to be my windows. They are black, or they are going to be black. So we take our color fill and take black. Yeah, it's going to be the foreground now, but we edit the dino mask. And we take black like this, and then we can start painting again. Let's take that, and here we can see the paint coming alive, or the windows. And yeah, if you press shift like in Photoshop and you click like this way, press shift all the time and click your left mouse button, you can draw these lines. But you should know that already if you are using Photoshop. So here we have some color. As we can see, we have windows. Yeah. We could make the engine, but it's a bit more complicated. And what I do for engines myself in a Homeworld, I make them. So I do the base normals, like here we have some base normals showing up. But I do mostly the baking and stuff in a Blender. So I'm not really gonna touch that. I'm only gonna take the base texture out of it and use it as my base when I go into Blender and bake those glow lights and stuff. Homeworld modders know what I'm talking about. Maybe. Well, that's done. So let's accept it. And here we have Windows. Let's rename it though. Like that way. Then maybe orange color, like here maybe, or some orange color. So let's make a new layer again. This doesn't really matter because the colors are at different places, so they are not overlapping. But anyways, let's take or we could make yellow if we want. Let's take this one. Yeah, that's ugly color, but whatever. Yes, we wanna use full shader mode. And if you are wondering, I can show you just a take this, and if you want to see the mask layer only, let's take a, for example, let's take a sharp edges. Now the color is on the sharp edges only, and we take show mask. You can see here the white or the gray shows us where the color is, and the black is where we don't have any color. So it's like it's transparent. The black is transparent and the white is not. So yeah, you can take this off. We can change the color there if you are not happy with it. Let's take even uglier color, like yellow. and let's take a edge harness. These are all presets here. You can edit them here. You have curvature, texture, then you have texture, you have masks, if you want to bring your own masks, displacement, object space direction. I don't really even use all of these things, only the curvature and the texture and secondary texture sometimes, and maybe sometimes ambient occlusion. But you can see what this does. It brings some color to the edges. And this is simple stuff yet. So yeah, I'm gonna change this color to the maybe a bit more maybe this stuff right here, and I'm gonna take a black mask so it's transparent. I'm gonna make some painting here. Let's choose this. And what you see here is here as white. Yeah, that's fine. This tutorial is, I think, pretty shitty because this is my first tutorial ever what I have done ever. So but maybe you understand something what I'm saying, and maybe you get something what I'm trying to tell you here. Yeah, so that's done, accept, and we have our another color, and that's basically it. You can always bring more and more and more effects if you want. Let's add something really silly, like wood. Yeah, why not? Let's see maybe some these things. I have never used this. Painted wood. Maybe make wooden spaceships. Because why not? Alien skin, whatever that is. Yeah, this is like a zebra or something. Let's take it. Let's see what happens. Holy fuck. Okay. Now we have, it has like 6 layers, and seems, yeah, 3 mask and 3 white mask, which means color fill. Let's change this to white. Skin color, let's make black. Yeah, that's nice. Nice stripes. Let's make them white. I can't even see them, I don't know why. Maybe it's the scale? I think it's the scale thing. Maybe. Or it could be that. Let's make this top one. Holy fuck, it's ugly. I'm just doing stuff now. Let's delete it. Let's try something else. Let's take metal and military. I remember there was some cool colors like something military, metal, weapon, and yeah, there's so much of things I don't even know what to choose. Okay, let's take this one. And let's make it under the base colors, so and under the theme colors, so it did something. We don't really see it because theme colors. Let's take our theme colors off. Yeah, it made a couple more scratches and maybe what? Coating, aluminium, coarse damage. So what this is? It's little bit variation. Coating is the, yeah, that's a big difference right there. Alright, that's enough. Let's take this off. Delete group. And now if we want, now we can take this off. Here we can see our gloss values or the reflection values. You can see. Like I can edit this if I want. I'm not going to because you know what I mean, I think. Then we have normal. Then we have specular. That's pretty lame specular map if you ask me. And if you wanna bring your own materials or make your own materials like I did, you need to make textures or masks or stuff like that, and then you can take this one. There's your custom material creator, and here you bring your diffuse map, your specularity, gloss, normals, and you can make your custom material out of those. But I'm not gonna do it now. And then you can find the material either in add material, and you have these custom materials here, and these are all made by me. I've tried different things, so engineer off, engineer on, these are all the things which I tried. Some of them worked and some of them no, didn't work. And the smart material is basically it's a collection of materials or effects or layers and masks. Like this one. These have like 5 materials if I remember right. Like here. These are the. This is like the one smart material right here. This here. It is like a collection of different things. Yeah. And when you think you are ready, you can just take, like you wanna save your albedo map. You can just take these, oh, not the base colors, I mean the theme colors. You can take these off. And that's your diffuse map right here. And you can save it, save as, maybe go here and textures, make a new folder, let's say final text or final text, that's fine. And let's say this is tut ship diff for diffuse, and let's save it as, oh, because we can't really save it as DGA yet because we have to do this one thing first, and it's this. You go into mode, you take 8-bit channel. You can choose this when you are creating your DDU project. You can choose if you wanna make a 16 bits or not. So let's take 8-bit. It doesn't really change anything. There's just more numbers, I think. And yeah, let's save it again. Here. And now we can save it as Targa TGA. And yeah, that's the way. And 32 bits pixels. And here's your thing, and it's done. Then we take specularity. This is our specularity. Let's save it same way. I think we needed to do this thing here first. Yeah. And let's save. There it was already. We take this and it's spec. And it's DGA. And it's done. Then we have glossiness. You can always edit these things if you want. I'm just gonna show some things. Oh, fuck's sake. Whoops, wrong one. DGA. And this is our, if I remember right, it was refl. REFL. then we need our theme colors. Oh, we need our normals also. Yeah. So let's do this. Save it as Targa norm. Tutsip norm. I think we can include the theme colors into our diffuse because I may wanna do a render or something. So let's change our theme colors a bit. Let's take a different color. Let's take a ugly, like maybe this one. That's really fucking ugly color, by the way. Let's take this. Not that, maybe, yeah. Well, red is cool. I think we can change the overlay settings also, so they are not that bright. Overlay. Yeah. Now you can see that you have more of the texture, the base texture showing. Holy fuck, this is ugly. Okay, let's take yellow. Taidani. Yeah. Alright. And let's save our cube albedo. Final text. Yeah. And take our targa file here. And is this diff? diff. Thank you. And when you think you have done enough things with the DDO, you can always save this. So that was really a quick and dirty guide to make stuff in Quixel. And that was my workflow, how I do things. You may have different workflow and you may have to make different things or some things different. So yeah. And yeah guys, I'm sorry about those damn noises when you close your things and you have those beeps which came out of Windows. I'm sorry about them, but I'm not gonna do this again. So yeah. So thanks for watching and see you next time. I might do a couple more videos about Quixel and how to do stuff in Quixel. Yep. See ya.